If it's like that the whole time, if it's like that the whole time, it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It's alright. If it's like that the whole time, it'll be alright. Staying up all night, but it's alright. I done stayed up the whole night, but it's alright. It's me and my nibbling conscience. Nigga, I'm fixing to give up. I've been alone for the longest. It's trouble the way that we jog, and nothing gon' save us to stop us. Me and my nibbling conscience. Nigga, I'm fixing to give up. I've been alone for the longest. It's just me and my thoughts with nobody. I'm trapped in the matrix, basking in fakeness. Need to chat with some agents. Over wine glasses and steak and grasping arrangement. I only cipher cause I want a way out. But I won't happen to make it. Blasted by a tank, it's war here. And I'm not the one. The forgotten son, so a dark night. I'm Bruce Wayne, black sheep of the white family. Papa abandoned, he wasn't there for me. Carelessly parenting, apparently. Man, it's deep sanity, ran and flee like dog. Shit is bugging me. Ugly, so I hide my face and hide away where my mama stay. I pray I die today. She wanna kick me out. I wanna find a place, but no means, so I just hibernate. Pack the bags under my eyes, I'm tripping. Say goodbye to visions. I'm tired of this shit. Goonie bought a new whip. I ain't jealous of his car, but I envy his drive. I'm feeling heavy inside. I'm unproductive, deteriorating, going stir crazy. Some reluctance, fearing impatience. First lady is missing, way in the distance. Probably taking a missus or dating a nigga. Heart vacant, she smitten. See her face in them pictures. Fuck it though. And fuck a hoe if I can't fuck a hoe. Fucking hoe. I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling the stress. I'm feeling the weight. I'm feeling regret. But it's back to the music. Though there's times when I wanna turn my back to the music. Cause it's a hassle to do it. I get past and pursue it and stay focused. Even when you think no one see you, some take notice. Self-conscious, physical and mental health problems. Blogging from the center of solace. It's me and my nigga.
Welcome back. We're on, I think this is I missed a day of uploading because weekend was hectic, but we're getting right back into it. Let's start with a basic check-in. So, hours of sleep last night, solid 9. Depression, I would, out of a scale of 1 to 10, I would say it's a 0.2. It's like trace amounts, like it's unnoticeable. Anxiety is low. No ideations of any kind. Although, uh, they say it's not paranoia if there's actually people out to get you, and I most certainly believe that there is. We not exactly in the safest situation right now, but I'm getting through it as best as anyone in my position could. Um, things are going overall. Things are going really well. I like to use the openings to our show to talk about things that are important to me. So, yeah, I've become a bit of a shoe collector recently. Let me see if I can show off some of my purchases. These are high top forces. They're pretty alright. I don't really wear them. I kind of just bought them because I don't own any Air Forces. The Kanye West shoes, the Yeezits. These are white Yeezits. They fit pretty well. They could be bigger, honestly. They give me ingrown toenails. Another purchase was the Doc Martens. These are pretty chill. I think these are probably my favorite of the recent shoe purchases that I've made. I enjoy them a lot. And by the way, all of these are purchased from a place called Plato's Closet. They have really good deals on shit that you don't see every day. Like these spring season Forces. I guess, I don't know why I bought 2 pairs of Forces, because you don't need to. Nobody needs all these shoes. And then the ones that I'm currently wearing, the fucking Retro 4s. I like these. These are pretty nice. But yeah, do your research. On the internet, there are a lot of really solid places where you can get cheap designer. And I've been chasing. It's truly an addiction. I have many addictions, but designer clothing is most certainly one of the more expensive addictions that I have. But in my lifetime, I've probably spent 5 times the amount that I've spent on clothing on drugs and alcohol. So, at the end of the day, it's better to have a piece of clothing than a THC cartridge that'll last you 3 days? Because if you really smoke weed, if you're not a pussy, you would know that a cart will last you 72 hours. It's not a very economic way to get fucked up. An economic way to get fucked up is, let's think about it. Well, there's the classic struggle drugs, and I'm not going to get too deep into drug talk right now because we actually have an upcoming video called the Over-the-Counter Iceberg. Well, that's the current title. I'm probably not going to call it an iceberg because I think that's kind of an oversaturated trend. Too many people are making iceberg videos, and a lot of them are really retarded. This person that I'm very good friends with, that I've known ever since I was a very small child, he enjoys trains quite a lot. He has model trains, and he showed me something called the Benadryl iceberg. And I'm sorry, I know you're watching this. You showed me the Benadryl iceberg, and it gave me the idea for the over-the-counter iceberg. But I also thought that video was kind of like a really not great way of explaining what the fucked up things that Benadryl can do to you. Because whenever somebody is talking about drugs, what they're saying is 10 times more valuable if they themselves have experienced it. I don't take my shroom trip advice from stoners. I take it from cultivators. I got one. There's this Italian guy, a little Guido named. Well, he's known as on the internet. He was known as Guido at the same time that I was known as Iter. He grows magic mushrooms in vast quantities, and we we have a cut piece of content where we called him during one of the original shootings of the OTC iceberg, but that recording of the iceberg got scrapped because too much stammering, too many ums, and you'll still hear me say a whole fuck ton. Take a shot every time you hear it's like an involuntary thing. It's like, you know how white girls with Stanley Cups say the word like all the time? They say like many times in a paragraph, and it makes me very upset. I have that same problem with my ums. If I'm not actively thinking about the next sentence that I'm going to say, I will let out ums for days, homie. But yeah, something I have to address before we get into the video that we're doing today is I'm sorry about the echo in episode 1. It was cancerous. I think it starts around the 30-minute mark or something like that, the 40-minute mark. The reason why that is because the camcorder mic cut on at a time when it wasn't supposed to. The Blue Yeti, which you can't see, it's directly out of the shot. Like, if it was like 4 inches higher, you'd be able to see the Blue Yeti. That's where the audio is supposed to come from. And that's why you see me doing this at the beginning of every video, doing the clapping. The clapping is to sync the microphone on the camcorder with the Yeti. It's the only way to do it without causing yourself numerous headaches and wasting a lot of time and effort. So, today's topic. It is something that I have been sitting on for a very long time. In fact, I've had this concept ever since high school, when this channel was called something else. I will not reiterate the name of the channel. If you are one of the day one subscribers, one of the 12 day one subscribers, you're allowed to say it in the comments. But if anybody else says it and is not a day one subscriber, which, by the way, I know the names and faces of every single one of the 12 day one subscribers, if it's someone else other than that posts the original name of the channel, banned instantly. Sorry. I don't make the rules. The rules are made by God. I just follow them. So, that's a fire word. So, we have to talk about Norway. So, Norway is a center of many viral music genres of old and modern ages. Really classic shit, good shit, real shit. So when you think of Norway, you probably think of black metal, you think of Gorgoroth, you think of Napalm Death, but that's not what concerns me, at least not right now. We'll briefly talk about metal in this video, but what you really need to know about is Nightcore. Relish this moment, for the epilogue henceforth will be unpleasant. Okay. That rattled me too. You're not alone. That was a very frightening experience that we just went through together. But it is for the best that you went through it, because now we need to talk about my SoundCloud account from the 7th grade when I was going to Mark Twain Elementary. Doxed my school.
Nope.
Okay, so in the 7th grade, I downloaded SoundCloud and did not pay for it myself. I didn't pay for it at all. Nobody paid for it. I got a free account. And something that I discovered... Well, actually, I didn't discover it on SoundCloud. We need to go even further back than that. In the 6th grade, I went on a cross-country skiing trip with my Boy Scout troop. Some of those people are still alive today. Most of them died from cancer, sadly. Um, the cancer was very sudden and terminal. It's you know that kind of cancer that you only get when you're coxswaning a rowboat and you're like, oh fuck, the cancer's back. So yeah, we were on a cross country skiing trip, and I was listening to a podcast known as the Misfits Podcast. It's fallen off. Um, their content is abysmal and very like libtarded, I would say. So we were listening to the podcast as we were doing the trip. There was one of the older scouts that was listening to it with me, and one of the characters talked about how they listened to something called Nightcore on loud volumes um, in their headphones, and it gives them hearing problems. So I was like, damn, I gotta check this shit out. I like having hearing problems. So later on, I downloaded SoundCloud because that's where I heard the good shit was, and I made the search. And boy, it has done irreversible damage to my cerebral cortex and prefrontal lobe. It is prefrontal lobe. What am I fucking? What am I? A mongoloid? That's not a thing. Prefrontal lobe isn't a thing. Mongoloids are a thing. They're very real, and it is contagious. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Autism is contagious. So, here's the thing. I really enjoyed the Nightcore. It was certainly something that it was new, it was fun, and in more recent years, that enjoyment of Nightcore evolved into an enjoyment of hyperpop, which we will briefly discuss hyperpop towards the end of this video. But what you need to know right now is that Nightcore is highly damaging to the body and mind. Let me give you an example. We're gonna do this the same way we did the last video. Google search. Nightcore is dangerous. That's what we're gonna search. I misspelled Nightcore. Outstanding. Alright, can I get like an AI thing? Okay, so apparently Dangerous is the name of a Nightcore song, so there were no clear results. So we're gonna next search Nightcore is retarded. Let's get retarded Nightcore version. More names of songs. We're not at the point in this video where we're gonna talk about the songs. We need to find here we go. Okay, Reddit. Okay, I don't know if we want to use Reddit, but it's literally the only thing that I can find. Nightcore music is really terrible. r/unpopular opinion. That opinion is actually quite popular. It's more popular than the current president of the United States, and he's pretty damn popular. Disclaimer, I am not talking about the Nightcore band who actually sing the songs. I'm talking about YouTube karma whores. You don't get karma on YouTube, fuckface. That's not how it works. There isn't like a social credit score on YouTube other than, I guess, sub count. That's not really what I'm talking about. Alright, so basically Nightcore is a genre of music mostly made up of sped up songs such as good music from the band Groove Coverage, which the Nightcore versions have more views than the original. Nope. That is true. And the reason why they have more views than the original is, so it was made in Norway by, let me see, I used to have their names fucking memorized because I had this video, I had a script for this video made in high school. Okay, so yes, all right. So Nightcore was first used in 2001. Where the fuck was I was? Okay, the term Nightcore was first used in 2001 as the name for a school project by Norwegian DJ duo Thomas S. Nilsson and Stefan Oyala Suderholm, known by their stage names DJ TNT and DJ SOS, respectively. The two were influenced by pitch shifted vocals in German group Scooter's hardcore songs. Alright, so we talked about that. And they essentially put out this album as an art project or like some retarded school project, if I remember correctly. And the result of that was the album, which they made Nightcore versions of, was like 10 times more popular than the songs that these Norwegian cucks took it from. All right, so now we have to talk about why I think this is. Well, it's not why I think Nightcore is dangerous. It's how I know it is dangerous. So we're going to search something that if you've listened to Nightcore around me, you've heard of. This song is called "I'm Gonna Show You Crazy." The Nightcore. Okay, so this is made by the Ruby Chan channel. They've put out a lot of. We're not listening to it. Sorry, we're not going to listen to it. What we're here for. We'll listen to it for two. We'll listen to it for the. We'll let. I don't know. I don't want to listen to it because it's cancer. If you, yeah, it's cancer. We're not going to listen to it. Instead, we're going to go through the comments and let's see. All right. 4 years ago, when I was 9 to 10 years old, I had no idea what the heck these Nightcore songs meant. I would blast them, and my parents would hear them. Now that I am listening to them, they must have thought I was going mentally insane as a child. That's probably one of the more tame comments that you will see on these kinds of posts. And we're gonna go through a bunch of other edgy Nightcore songs too, and we're gonna search for these comments because believe it or not, I've seen people who are literally planning like massacres in the comments of Nightcore videos, edgy Nightcore videos. Okay, here's a classic 7-year-old comment. People that are actual psychopaths wouldn't comment it here. Very true. Place K Manol 2266. Very true. And that's one of the old original comments, which I like. Are they moderating the comments of Nightcore videos now? Oh man. I'm seeing more people in this comment section complaining about making fun of edgy 14-year-olds than any actual edgy 14-year-olds. I guess I haven't scrolled far enough yet. Yeah, but they used to be really common. Like back in high school, I remember the Italian guy that I mentioned earlier. He would send me he would send me the screenshots of the comments. Those screenshots are long gone. And if they do exist, they're in my Google Photos archive, which is like fucking 300 gigabytes large. We don't have time to search through it for that. Comments 3.5k. Me, can I see them? YouTube, no. True and straight. Come on. I'm trying not to stay silent for too long because if I do, it's the AI that helps me edit these videos will automatically put in a jump cut. And frankly, I don't like having that many jump cuts, if any at all, in these videos. I like them to be raw as fuck. I'm 37 and listen to this song every day now. Okay, great for you. Wait a minute. Did we just find one? Oh no, never mind. Come on. A lot of people here that are saying they don't usually get into Nightcore, but they liked this one. Oh, okay. I found one, but it's too cringe to read. We're not gonna even. Let's move on. Alright, so something that you're gonna run into with these Nightcore videos is a lot of them are really edgy. Even songs that aren't particularly edgy themselves will have like a really edgy picture associated with them, like a person like tying themselves in a noose, like this one Underdog song, "Hypnotic." We're not going to listen to any Nightcore in this video. It's bad for your mental health and physical health. It reduces your the height that you stand at. I used to be 6'8". I am now 6'1", because I listened to Nightcore at a critical stage of my development. Um, it's a lot like what Filthy Frank says about bad internet rappers. Once they come to the point where they're releasing their own mixtape, there's no helping them. And the equivalent to that is once they start posting edgy like rage bait in the comments of these Nightcore videos, you can't help them. I mean, you take them out back, and honestly, you don't do something humane. You do something brutal, like the kind of shit that the Angel of Death was doing in whatever camp he was stationed at. He was all over the place. He was a bit of a traveling scientist. On this channel, we only say positive things about Joseph Mengele. Only positive things. All right. So next, we're gonna look at the comments on another one. This one is called Sarcasm. This is pretty much as edgy gets when it comes to Nightcore. This is made by an even older channel. This was making Nightcore over a decade ago. Nightcore Reality. So, no, sorry. Okay. This is peak Nightcore. No, it kind of is peak Nightcore. If you consider Nightcore a disease, this is like as bad as the disease can get without killing you. I fucking remember this Nightcore version was an obsession. I drew the picture and wrote lyrics in my diary. I was creepy 3 years ago. I actually enjoy this version and the original still. Can't get it off of replay. Kill yourself. Some of these people are saying that this is the first Nightcore song they ran into. Talk about jumping headfirst into the fucking deep end. Dick first into the butt end, as Maury would say. Shouts out Big Mouth. You're a real one. I'm not emo. I just have good taste in music. You have a disease, okay? And it's not treatable, you know? We can make you nice and comfortable before you die, but it's untreatable. Guys, I'm not emo or Satanist. I just like this song. Yes, you're not emo or Satanist, but you are most certainly retarded as fuck. Listening to this during study hall, trying not to sing along. Oh shit. Your username is Shooting Star 74 of 12. Okay. Let's see. Everyone stop saying you're insane. It's an actual thing that's wrong with your head. Don't make light of it or glamorize it. Well, you're not insane. I mean, like, I wouldn't say that somebody with stage 4 cancer is insane. I would just say that they're probably fucked. You know? Okay. What the fuck, man? Pay attention to the end. It's really important. Okay. This is going to be the one time I expose you to this shit. Before we get into the part of the video where I actually expose you to this shit. Yeah, alright. I'll give you a little taste. Oh, fuck. That stuff just jacks up your fucking suicidal ideation. Cringe is so strong it's like a bump of coke, as Filthy Frank would say. Not stealing any lines here. Let's keep going. Somebody needs a Snickers. Real shit, man. Okay, I'm sorry. Listening to that for 5 seconds actually made me crave nicotine. Something to take away all the pain that I just put myself through. Oh, baby. I'll give you a second to take a break. Um, you know, just try to recover from that because I'm gonna force you to listen to a full Nightcore song by the end of this. I still haven't decided which one that's going to be, but maybe we'll take a. All right, so here's a good concept idea. So I listen to a lot of hyperpop, right? And hyperpop is like one. It's like one bad decision away from turning into a Nightcore song. The only difference is that it's not a degenerative disease. Nightcore is, in fact, a degenerative terminal illness that affects the body and mind, but primarily the body. It makes you incontinent, and you know, you lose the ability to function normally. You get sores all over your body. Your blood gets your blood gets poisoned because your liver starts having holes in it. You know, it's not. It's no good. It's no good. All right, nicotine. What makes me sad is that this vape, the fucking box mod, the Mag P3, is very close to being completely out of cotton. Well, not it doesn't run out of cotton. The cotton just gets dirty as fuck. I haven't cleaned it since April of this year, and it's really starting to taste like a cotton coil. So I'm going to probably end up having to do something about that. Um, but yeah, let's take a little. All right, that's a fair amount of nicotine. That should hold me over. So I want to. Now that I think about it, there might only be one possible way for you to get out of the illness of Nightcore because I escaped it, and I only escaped it by one method, and that method A, exposure therapy. You basically need to get put nothing into your ears except for Nightcore for a solid 28 days. It will hurt. You will be in great agony, but the end result is that you will learn that it's not something to be proud of. It's actually something quite quite damaging. But it's a lot like taking what is it called, the benzodiazepine that's a bar shape, Xanax. It's a lot like if you took like 10 Xanax a day for 6 months straight. If you just suddenly stop taking it out of nowhere, you will have a seizure and you will die. Or maybe it's not a seizure. I think alcoholism is the shit that gives you seizures, but Xanax might do it too. Um, Anyway, the reason I bring that up is you can't just get off of it. You have to taper down slowly in order to not have serious adverse health effects on top of the ones that you are already experiencing from being a crippling drug addict. Um, so you got to taper off, and the way you taper off of Nightcore is complex yet very simple. You start with Minecraft and Five Nights at Freddy's songs. That's where you start. All right. It's still very cancerous. It's still a disease, but it's lesser of a disease because the edginess isn't so much there. There is a lot of edginess in the Five Nights at Freddy's songs, but it's not trying to be edgy. It's just edgy by nature. It's and that much I'm okay with, you know. And we'll listen to Five Nights at Freddy's song. No, we won't. Sorry, that would be that would be taking it too far because some people are under the opinion that Five Nights at Freddy's music is worse than Nightcore, and it's debatable. It's kind of like saying what's worse, being addicted to meth or fucking fentanyl. They're both pretty fucked up, you know. You wouldn't want to deal with either of them. But yeah, you start with the parody songs. Those are gonna hold you off for a solid 7 days, and after that, you have to switch to hyperpop. You have no choice. You know, I have a lot of people who um, didn't switch, who didn't taper off. They went straight back to listening to um, Japanese drum instrumentals, and it caused them to um, it caused unspeakable damage to the frontal lobe. It's no good. You got to be careful with that shit. You got to watch out for it. Reggae is a good substitute, but it doesn't really give you the punch in the brain that an edgy Nightcore song will. And reggae is rarely edgy. You know what? We're gonna listen to something that is actually good for you. You'll enjoy this, all right?
You're one of life's special. I'm serious. Here we go. Just gonna freestyle for you real quick. You fucking asshole. Yeah. No. 10 more minutes. Na. Ay! Na. Need a drop, me listen to your last review as text. I'm if you tell you not to go on the video discuss. You two bag of rhythm shook up, you get shot up. Me a shut up, squeeze the trigger, feel lasagna. Blood splash from me gun sight. Now go and fight, he may atheist. We don't trust Homo sapien. Social media, have a boy a chatter. You know when him me tell me gonna rat-a-tata. Me load up the thing, a rap-a-pop-pop. Me hate Sicilian. Billy gun trying to die, he say he wanna live. He say you don't. Come boy, me shoot the barrel of me gun up to a body boy the man. A rap-a-pop-pom. Me rifle explode if you want. Then a flea gun and nothing me a bicycle when me say me a grease. Me load up the thing, rap-a-pop-pom.
Oh man, that was nice. That actually helped a lot. That made everything better. Aren't you just marginal? Hasn't your day been marginally improved by what you just sat through? I'm sure it has. So let's return to the crux of the issue, the fact that this came from Norway. So what this means, and it has very rarely been put into actual practice, and never well. I've never seen it done correctly. Is the thing is with Norwegian music, you cannot mix it with any other genre of music unless that other genre of music originated also in Norway, which means that Nightcore is musically compatible with metal, particularly black metal. We're going to. I've never heard a black metal Nightcore song, but if this became a bigger thing, it would probably it would be slightly more acceptable, kind of like the Delta 8 of Nightcore. Let's see if we can find some of this. Black metal Nightcore. Is it real? Alright, so Nightcore Reality has a 62 song playlist with metal. None of these are songs that I've heard of from a genuine Norwegian band. Give me one that I've heard of. Sarcasm is not a metal song. Sarcasm was written by an American, or was it Canadian? I don't remember who Um, I don't even remember the name of the band that made Sarcasm. It's not from Norway, so it's not metal. Centuries is an Imagine Dragons song. This is like the only times you'll hear an Imagine Dragons song referred to as metal is on a radio station. And I don't even think they would go as far as to do that. They would just call it rock, right? Um, all right, we're not getting lucky here. So what we're gonna do instead is search for something that I think exists. Slipknot, Nightcore. Get ready to contract some. Oh baby, it's not well known. Like 25,000 views on these songs. Okay, Slipknot. Before I forget, Nightcore. We're gonna listen to the opening of this, and we're gonna take it in. I don't hate it. Oh, that is a bad pitch. It's okay. So I like the high tempo guitar. I think that it's kind of a vibe, but they literally just took the original and put it through like the Osu Nightcore template, which just speeds it up and pitches the voice up like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Proper Nightcore is a cover that was meant to be turned into Nightcore. It's sung by like an effeminate man, so that way when you turn up the pitch, it just ends up sounding like like an anime character. But when it's sung by somebody who is not trying to make a cover that is meant to be turned into Nightcore, it just sounds it it's so cancerous. We're gonna try to listen. All right, we'll listen until the chorus. Just bear with me. Okay, that's cancer. It's actually giving me early onset serotonin syndrome. I don't want to go back to the hospital today. Um, yeah, you could just see me. You could see me shuddering that entire time. Okay. Um, there's a Nightcore playlist on this channel. I'm gonna add this song to the Nightcore playlist on this channel, and that way you can just check that shit out. Nightcore Essentials. Let's go through that playlist because that's actually very relevant to what the fuck we're talking about today. So, on the Probable Cause channel, view your channel, is that how I see? On the Probable Cause channel, we have a playlist for Nightcore songs. I call it Nightcore Essentials. I have a few other playlists for hyperpop, but those are private. You don't get to indulge in my hyperpop. No, okay. This playlist has like 340 views, something like that. So a little chunk of people have listened to it already. So we have everything. So a lot of the music you find here is going to be the edgy core stuff. You know, Angel with the Shotgun, Freak. Freak is one of the rare occurrences where you're running. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was thinking of something else. The reason why it made me think of what I was thinking of is the thumbnail shows two characters from the Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location game, but if I'm correct, there are like well-known Nightcore FNAF songs. Am I right? This could be seriously dangerous. Oh my god. Five Nights at Freddy's Nightcore. A playlist 116 videos strong. Are you kidding me? Oh no. This is like something that, furries are into it. It's been like, oh man. This is like a furry thing, apparently. Furries love Five Nights at Freddy's Nightcore. Okay. Can I just go to the playlist without starting a video? No, I can't. Great. Bear with me. No, I'm not going to listen to it. How are there even 116 songs about this franchise? a lot of these I've never heard of before, which is pretty crazy considering how deep into this stuff I was in middle school. Like, deep as fuck. Five Nights at Freddy's was my Bible for a little bit of time. It went Minecraft, Five Nights at Freddy's, The Forest original, not Sons of the Forest. That game is fucking garbage. If you like Sons of the Forest, please don't subscribe. I don't want your fucking germs infecting my sub button. But oh, this guy's cheating. Some of the songs in here aren't Nightcore. He's just filling up the playlist like a cuck. Oh man. Insane. Unreal, honestly. And these have millions of views. Like, these are not getting listened to. Like, people fuck with this shit apparently. But it's shocking to me that metal Nightcore is not more of a, and I'm not saying that Slipknot is metal, because it's not. They're an American band. No bands that were originate from America are considered to be metal. It's just rock. You can call it rock because rock is an American genre, at least to an extent. It kind of took off globally, all over the place at the same time. A lot like hip hop. Like, you might not think that there's good hip hop outside of the United States, but listen to some there's this officer who I know quite well. He listens to a lot of Ukrainian trap while driving around in his Ford Explorer, and that music is amazing. Korean rap is sometimes good. Like, Keith Ape is pretty fire. So, I completely forgot why I brought that up. Why the fuck would I even bring that up? Oh man. So, is there like an online? Let's see here. Nightcore song generator. No way, it's real. Chat. AI song generator. No, I'm not gonna make an account. Sorry. Can I just sign in with Google and not need to make an account? Will that be enough? Pricing? I'm not paying for it. $13 a month. $45 a month? And that's your best value. Yeah. Okay. Aren't there like open AIs that you don't even need to pay for it and they'll give you shit? I'm not opening Osu because I told myself I made a pledge before God and man that I would never touch Osu again. That's another one of those things that can be really bad for your psyche. Can really fuck your life up fast if you're not careful. I have an account with ChatGPT, so we're gonna go there, and we're gonna ask for them to make a Nightcore version of a hyperpop song, because in my opinion, why do I have to say it? I've already said all this shit. Can I say I was born in 1899? Fuck yeah, I can. That's crazy. Alright, according to ChatGPT, I was born on August 9th of 1899. That's fire as fuck. Can the AI comment on that and be like, yo, you're the oldest person I've ever talked to? Make a Nightcore version of Unalive by Braden Ross. That's his name, right? The guy who makes hyperpop that I'm listening to right now. I listen to a lot of different artists. Glaive, Breakins, Aldien. But this new guy, that's his name, right? Yeah, Braden Ross. Okay. We're gonna search this. I can't create or share the actual audio of a modified Nightcore edit. That would be redistributing copyrighted music. First of all, we listen to Center of Solace every single day in the intro. That song is copyrighted as fuck. If Jay Wonder ever knew I was using his shit the way I am, he would probably put out multiple hits on me just to make sure that it actually went down. Alright, but I can help you make your own Nightcore version really easily. Nightcore is usually just speeding up the track 10 to 30% faster pitching it up 4 semitones, and that's all. I'm not going to download Audacity. Not today. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna grab the notes book and see if there's anything else here that we need to talk about before we sign off. So this is where all my important information is held. It's pretty chill. Let's see what we got here. This is where I plan the videos. So we've talked about Nightcore and its effect on Western youth. If call back to yesterday's video, I wouldn't be surprised if Robin Westman had listened to a shit ton of Nightcore in his day. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, Nicholas Cruz listened to a lot of Nightcore. Everybody knows that. I think that was in the JCS video, actually. Go ahead and watch that video. It's really good. Alright, so Nightcore originated in Norway, which means it's musically compatible with metal. We've talked about that. The effect Nightcore has had on terminally online emo kids is nothing short of catastrophic. We talked about that. Surprisingly so, Nightcore has yet to fuse with Norwegian metal genres despite their geographic affiliation. And we talked about that. So we're pretty much at the end here. Anything else that would be interesting to bring up? Yesterday, I slammed my thumb in a desk drawer so hard that I bruised the inside of it, and now there's an incredibly sharp pain coming from my thumb every time I try to use this hand. Not a big fan of that. But yeah, the other day I watched one of the medical technicians sign into the Wi-Fi on their PC, so they don't know it. But I know I have access to the internet now. That's how I posted last night's video. Pretty crazy, you know. Don't dox my hospital. I wouldn't appreciate it. It wouldn't do you or I any good, really. So, I think we're going to close with a poem. We're going to close with 3 poems. Would you guys like that? Alright, so these lyrics, I'm sorry, but you can't take them. They've already been sold to an EDM artist out of Finland, but I can read them because I wrote them. So, no sigh-hi, no cravings, even though we still at the club raving, and in the shitbox we racing, ran out of Vance, just got me replacing. But nothing can match the amphetamine high. I'm drunk even though I'm dry as a kite. Will I ever get right or win the fight? At least I got the gang, we stay tight. So I just might relapse tonight. You need to grow a sense of humor. I'm sick and tired of unfounded rumors. No, I'm not racist despite my lyrics. Why you always gotta take it so serious? I'm getting delirious. And there's only one thing that'll stop me from fiending. Just try and stick to the program. Show up to Passover dinner and I'm bringing a whole ham. 'Cause you know I don't care. And no, I didn't do this shit on a dare. I don't care if you stare. I'll just show up in your worst nightmare. Get mauled by a bear. I know you got blow, so you trying to share? Bape and Gucci's all I wear. Now you're in my lair, and bitch, I'm aware that this new job requires that they test my hair. So I doubt I'll be hired. Give me a week and I'll already be fired. 'Cause I'm never not wired. I'm known as a liar, and every day I get just a little more tired. How am I gonna support this life when all around me all I see is strife? Just hand me a knife so I can slash my wrists. Like I mentioned before, my blood turns to mist, and I'll never even bother to make a fist, bitch. Okay. You know, I don't know if I want to share 3 of those with you today. Also, not serious. I'm not going to actually kill myself. Don't worry about that. I got another one here called Adolf Hitler. Do you want to hear that? I'll save that for tomorrow, you know. We'll do 1 poem a day, just as a way to finish out these videos. Anyway, if you've made it all the way, if you made it to this point, I think we're a good 55 minutes into the program. You can go ahead and sign off now because that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah.